Where do you?
Hey guys, I'm Scott Smith. I'm the police chief for the city of Ludlow in Kentucky. Currently I'm also the city administrator, which is fun. Hopefully that isn't a long-lasting thing, but that's what I'm doing. So I don't work the road as much anymore just because I'm busy, but everything I do is try to bring as much jiu-jitsu into police departments as I can. And trust me, I know the reluctance of all the departments and all the other chiefs and all the other cities. So I'm here to do whatever I can across the country, show up, talk, whatever I can do to spread jiu-jitsu. With that said, I've been doing jiu-jitsu since 1996. There's a little law in between the 2000 periods where there was no jiu-jitsu where I was at, Kentucky, Ohio. So there's some lag time, but that's my story. I'm going to do a lot of knee on belly stuff today. It's because kind of what I like. Let me get you if you don't mind. What's your name?
Rajiv.
Rajiv? Yes, I'm Scott. If you don't mind, just lay one. I'm going to go over some knee on belly stuff and technique and positioning just because I'm not a real big fan of mounting as a cop. I don't want to be totally on somebody and then somebody come up behind me and I'm dedicated to that position. I like to be knee on belly because I can assess the situation. If I got to, I can bail, right? If his buddy decides he wants to be part of the fight, I can same thing. I can get up and do whatever I got to do. So a lot of my jiu-jitsu, I don't spend a lot of time on my back. I don't want to be, but at the same time, because I literally want to do everything like I would do it on the street, and I try to always get back to certain positions. So the certain position I'm going to go through is what I do today. When we go over knee on belly, there's a lot of different ways to get there, so we're going to just keep it real basic. We're on side control, and we're here. I like to just go off with my hands active, right? You get a lot of people grabbing and doing all that stuff. I stay active so I can move quickly. My elbow is tight into the hip. My knee is tight to the hip. My other elbow and knee are touching. When I decide to go knee on belly, I am going to grab the back of his lapel right here with my thumb. I'm going thumb in, and I'm here. When I pop up knee on belly, there's a couple different ways you can do it, real quick and real slow. I like to do it kind of quick, but either way, I'm pulling my elbow in, and I stay tight, and I grab the pants. I don't grab the belt because the belt tends to move around and whatever. I usually grab right around their butt cheek, right on the pants. When I do this, I keep my elbow tucked and I keep it in to protect myself, and then I come up. When you come up, you don't want to get in the habit of being real leaning forward and real leaning back. And the other thing I don't want is my toe touching the ground all the time, right? If my toe's touching the ground, my leg's posted out, he's just going to push into me, and there I am just standing like a fool. I tuck my toe near his butt cheek or thigh, and I keep it off the ground. I'm trying to stay centered, and I'm kind of an asshole, so I like to drive my knee in as deep as I can into this person, because what I do with my knee dictates what this guy's going to do for me. All right? So the game that I'm going to play is depending on what he's going to do with his hands and what he's going to do. So depending on what I want him to do is how I'm going to torque my knee and get him moving, right? So most people, and if you notice this one here, this one here, I'm going to lift. I don't want to stay active and keep my hand on the ground. I'm lifting and lifting, and I'm moving hard. Most people, because they're stupid, are going to push on that knee like that. So we're going to stay with the first basic one. I'm going through the rabbit hole. I'm going to suck him in with his shoulder so I get him all the way back. I want to see his patches if he has patches right there. Once I get here, I go to his head, so I can control his movement, and then I'm just going to step over him, stepping straight over. I'm here. As I twist and turn the other way, I'm pretty much sitting on his head. I'm not going to come up. I don't want space. I'm just going to twist really quick, and I'm reaching for his pants. Right here. Right there. I don't like the holding. I always hug. I'm going to stay tight with the leg, pulling him in. I'm just going to hug backwards and sit back in the armbar. I'm going to do this in a couple stages, just because I think it's easier. So we're going to dismount off this as well before we move on. So we're tight, because I think everybody's seen this. It's not rocket science. Thumbs in the collar, elbows tight. I suck my elbow in, grabbing the pants, up, straight up posture. Dictate it, there it is, through my rabbit hole. Suck him in. Right there, I'm going to step right behind his back. Stepping behind his back. I want my foot to become a wedge. When I spin, all I care about is that leg. To there. Hug the arm and sit back. Now, a lot of times, this isn't working out. You feel the guy's going to get out of it. We're going to do a move that you may or may not have seen. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go back to knee on belly. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna throw all my legs toward his legs. Just like this. I decide this isn't working out. Maybe I saw somebody coming. I don't wanna be like this, and here comes his buddy. So I'm getting the hell out of it. I'm coming straight up, right here. Roll toward me. He tries to get up. I just control him with my leg and knee. Right on his face and shoulder. Switch back out, knee on belly. So now we're on the other side. Then I can get up and switch out again. We're here, active hands tight, thumb goes in, it's right there. Elbow tight, pop up, force him to give me the elbow, suck him in, step. Right here, I'm hitting my arm bar, I look up, see his friend's coming, but I don't want him to get up on me either. So I'm here, and then straight back out to the knee on belly. Any questions on that? All right, 1, 2, 3. I saw the importance of not just flailing and hitting people in the face, right? I tell guys all the time when I'm training them, there's really only a couple of reasons to ever swing and punch somebody in the face. Is one, they have a weapon, all bets are off, and two, they are physically punching you in the face, right? So if they're punching you in your face, then you can trade punches with that person. But most of the time, they just want to get away, they're trying to get an advantage. They're not even swinging on you, and if they do, it's half cocked. It's not a good, so we should be able to control these individuals with technique. So Jiu-Jitsu reigns supreme in my opinion. I've done Muay Thai, Aikido, Shotokan Karate. I've done a lot of different martial arts over the years, and I didn't just do it for a couple times, for years. But I've always come back to Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu is what I believe in. Get this knee on belly. Listen, there's nothing saying that if he starts fighting and you're going here, you can switch. Go knee on face, knee on neck, who cares? Right? Heavy, get him down. Then switch it back to where you want. Right now, if you don't have something to do from here, you need to go back to knee on belly. Don't just hang out here. You want to sit down. It's fun. If you don't like the guy, this is considered a dick move in Jiu-Jitsu. You won't make a lot of friends. Go back to knee on belly. We're here. The idea is that when we do this, and we start transitioning, and we get all this, and we just hug it, we want to just be able to go back and forth. When you come up, make sure you get the Captain Morgan pose. This leg's out, this leg's down, and we're here. Don't get in the habit of this. All right, there's no stability, there's no weight here. We want to be really solid here. Not straight leg, bent, but not so bent you can grab hold of it and do a lot of stuff. So we're here. When in doubt, when you're knee on belly, a lot of the sweeps this guy has to do with this hand. All right, he's gonna start underhooking this leg, this one here. So when he does, just get rid of it. All right, just pin it down. That's going to buy you a little time. We're going to switch to a baseball bat. We come up, we get here. I got his pants, and I bring him up. Have you guys all done a baseball bat? Some notes on this one? When I do the baseball bat, my one hand's out like this. My other hand's going to go in the collar like this. My thumb and pinky need to touch. Don't do it like this. They need to touch. A big mistake you can make is you come so far with this arm and you're over here that your wrenching is a lot further. So I want it to be right behind his head where I can see my thumb out the back. I'm going to slide this in like a snake along his chest, grabbing the lapels like a baseball bat. My elbow goes heavy, so not only my knee on belly now, I'm going to drive my elbow through his sternum. It's uncomfortable, yes? No. I'm going to pull him up so I can look at him. Then there it is. All right? There's no reason to dismount off this guy if you don't have to. We're here just like this. My hand, when I popped up, was already there. Slide it in, drop the elbow hard, and start driving it. If you have to, I'll go lighter. If I have to and I drop, sorry, and I have to drop off, I drop down, try to straddle his head, and keep my head on his belly. All right? I pop up, I'm here. My thumb is already there, so that one doesn't have to move. I'm going to come in, slide it along. My pinky and thumb are touching. I pull him up to me, dropping my elbow into his sternum, and cut it. My hands are going to go like this. This is the motion you're doing. Just like I'm about to swing, or I'm heaving a big bag of seed or something over my head back. I'm here, slide the hand in, palm up, elbow down, and there's the choke. If you have to dismount, we slide, straddle the head, and keep the face down. Questions on the baseball? All right, 1, 2, 3. Go. All right. So we got the arm bar, we got the baseball bat. When you get here, most decent guys aren't just going to sit here and let you choke the brains out. They're going to start pushing on you or pushing away. So if he starts pushing and shrimping away like that, I'm going to chase him, but I'm going to switch my hands. I'm going to switch my right hand, and I'm just going to swim it under, like that. At that moment, because he's so worried about my choking arm, right? This is considered my choking arm. He's so worried about it, he's pushing on it, so I'm just going to let him have it. I'm just going to let him push it right where I want it to be, right across behind his head, right there. This one here, I'm going to pull toward me, all the way through. When I pull it, I'm going to try to show the people behind me the arm. I'm going to grab the back of his gi or whatever I can, lay down, and slightly lean to my left. So here we are, knee on belly. I'm going baseball bat, he starts to push against it. I'm going to slide and change my hand over right there. I'm trying to hide it on me, pull it out, all the way through. Keep it until you got pressure on that shoulder. Grab, sprawl out, lean to your left. Questions on this? It's a really easy transition. Your right hand's doing all the work. My right hand was doing the work here, and I know he knows it too, so he starts pushing away. I'm just going to transition around his ear. Left hand grabs, sucks it in. Heavy shoulder pressure. Grab, lay, and left. Questions?
What kind of grip are you using to pull that arm through?
I'm literally just grabbing his wrist or his gi, whatever I can. So when I come up and I got this grip behind his ear, same thing, I need to see my thumb. If I don't see my thumb, it's not a good grip. Sometimes I'll do what I just did. I'll pull his head and limp wrist it. You'll do this. If you always grab like this, a real strong wrist, you'll just have a half grip. So you want to kind of reach back. I'm reaching back so I can see my thumb right there. Pull it across all the way through. I see my thumb, roll it, sprawl, lay to the left. Questions on it? So set up your baseball bat. That guy defends that choking arm. Let it roll. Pull the arm through. Sit and lean. All right, 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm the police chief, so usually I just tell them to do it. All right? I mean, which is funny because I get asked the question because I am the police chief, and so many people can't get their chiefs to let them do it. So I have the advantage of dictating. We have, if we train with firearms 4 times a year, then we're going to train on the mat at least 4 times a year. So if I make it mandatory, and the state is going to regulate that we train 4 times a year, then why would I not regulate and mandate that you train with your hands at least that amount? On top of that, I give them the option to train on shift. So we work 4 10s. 2 of the 4 you can work out an hour and a half. 2 of the 4. So I'm guaranteeing you that you can go train, and I'm not so conceited I need him to train at my gym. So I have a guy who does Krav Maga and kickboxing. That's what he does. So I'm okay with it. If you wanted to train boxing, I just want you training and doing it. And I hold a lot of extra trainings throughout the year, and so we don't train just 4 times a year.
So to piggyback on that, because you offer that training, do you get a lot of pushback, or do you get a lot of people that don't take you up on that offer?
Well, you know, I don't get pushback as much, and we got a pretty open police department, and they push back. It's not like they're just holding their tongue. The truth is, we have an older department, so the guys that aren't going to do it they've been doing policing so long, they're counting their time. The ones that aren't counting their time train. All of them do something. So the ones I'd say that are 17 years or younger, all train. The ones that are over 17 years or come up on 20, 25 years, they're counting days, so they're out. So no volunteers. All right, I go knee on belly, and I'm doing all this stuff. Now, I don't like to lose position. So let's say he really powers up and he goes this way. I'm going to control this arm, right? Because this is the arm I care about. The one that he's pushing on my knee or whatever. I'm going to control it, and I'm going to step around, I'm going to rodeo step around here. Because I want him on his side and facing away. So I would have landed here in this Kimura position. Relax, dude. It's easier if you relax.
Go to the light.
All right, so I rodeo stepped around here. I was knee on belly here. He was starting to push off all that stuff, and I know I'm going to lose it. So instead of just I'm gonna really step around all the way here to hit my Kimura grip. I'm gonna keep him on his side, sucking my arms in tight. My elbow's going behind his ear and one in his ribs. So if he decides to roll away from me, I discourage him with my elbow pressure, right? If he tries to flatten onto his back, same thing, I just stay tight and I discourage him by rotating elbows. I want to keep him right here in this position. For us police people, we're here in this position, I need to get him on his face or in some kind of handcuffing position. Everybody knows the Kimura, so we're just going to step around, yank it up to this position. If he stays tucked or he's here, all I'm going to do is take my left elbow and start dragging it in the back of his shoulder. Dragging right to his face. I'm using my elbow pressure again. And then we're going to get right here to this position. The only thing I'm going to do different that a lot of people don't do, at this position, at this point, I've been fighting this guy for a while. I'm going to mount him from his back. Fix myself, get my composure, call for help, tuck that arm under you, tuck it under you. So let's say we're here and he just refused to give out. Instead of punching him and doing all that stuff, I'm gonna crawl up, I'm gonna lean up and I'm gonna talk to him. Please hand me that other arm. That looks a lot better on the news. All right, I'm not wrenching it, I'm not even gonna move it with my hands. I want it to stay here, I'm nice and tight, don't look like a fool on the radio, okay? If I slow down, rock forward, hand me your other hand. Then we're gonna get here. Even if for some reason I can't get my handcuffs, maybe I'm stupid and I dropped them, I'm gonna sit here and wait for backup, right here in this position. If he starts getting foolish, I'm just gonna rock forward and tell him to calm down. That position there. Go back to your side. So I was knee on belly. Here, I'll go this way. I was knee on belly, he's starting to push off, block the hand, step around to the Kimura grip. Elbow in the ear, elbow in the ribs. No matter what, I don't want him to roll away from me, so I keep it sucked in tight, and I discourage his movement with my elbows. If he flattens to his back, in Jiu-Jitsu, a lot of flatten her back, I stay tight to him, and same thing, discourage. At the moment I decide I need to get him on his belly, step around, my left elbow, yeah, see that? Just digs behind his shoulder. Dig, 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 to right there. Once I get there, I go 2-on-1. All my weight, because I'm exhausted, I've been fighting this young guy. Step over, I ain't even gonna reach for his other hand, give me your other hand. We get here, and then we get composure. You guys got questions on this? You need to see it or you're all right?
No, I'm good.
Anybody got questions? All right, 1, 2. On your side. Oh my God. Whichever. That looks good. Here we go. All right, we're in this position, and let's go back to Jiu-Jitsu, all right? So the other one is great. When you do that and you drag them by, just to rehash, drive the point of your elbow through their shoulder. Because even if he's hooked up and he will not let go of anything, when I step around, I'm driving my point of my elbow through that shoulder to torque on it like that. So you really drive that point through it to drag him to his face. And then be super pleasant. So when your boss reviews the video, they'll be like, God, I can't say nothing about that. That was great. All right, when we get here and I'm in this position and the guy's fighting, he's usually going to start working and doing all this crap here like that, right? He's fighting. I have this Kimura position like this. I'm going to take my top hand, the one that's holding my wrist, and I'm going to block his hands. I'm blocking the hands. My hand that's holding his wrist is going to come back like this. This only works if my knee is behind his head. But you remember, that's how we should have been in the first place. So I'm here, I block his hands, and you won't believe how easy that is to block them. I come back, grab back here, then I'm gonna bread slice, just like that. It's a nice, cheap, stupid choke. All right, we're here, we're doing this. I block with this top hand, the one that was holding the top wrist. I'm blocking it. I come back, make him bend his head back, grab the gi, thumb in, then I'm just gonna, down we go, right there. Any questions on that one? We're gonna daisy chain a few together here, just for time purposes. So I'm here, I come back, I want it, I can't get it, I'm gonna swim back around to the choke right here. So the first one's down, and I'm cutting his head off. But maybe my knee, I'm stupid and I'm lazy. So I'm gonna swim arm around, I'm gonna come up and grab the other one. Take my hand behind his head, to choking right there. So number 1 choke, we're here, push back, blocking the hands here, just like jazz hands. Ta-da! This hand's gonna go here, I'm gonna cut his head off. He's got a super skinny neck and I just can't pull it off. I usually would just rotate my thumb. It's right there. His hand here, my jazz hand. It's gonna come behind his head. Just keep threading it. So 2 chokes in 1, it's like a bonus. Questions? 1, 2, 3. I met a lot of good guys. Most common thing people ask me is, why do you keep going to seminars? I mean, even though I was invited to teach at this one, I still go to seminars whenever they're out there, because you can always pick up 1 or 2 things, 1 or 2 nuggets, and especially law enforcement. If you don't go around to other law enforcement, black belts and things like that, and see what they're doing, you go, man, that is an excellent add to what I'm already doing. Or, wow, I'm really good. And I walked away with some really good stuff today.